All right. What is up, y'all? It's your boy Cloudy coming back at you live with another video in the real world this time. This is pretty cool. I'm finally using my camera for something good. But I want to take a look at today's videos from LtBuzzLiteBeer. And I did watch this already. I watched about 2 minutes of it while I was at work. And I said, you know what? This is a great video to watch with y'all. So I saved it, and yeah, he has a theory. He has contacts about, certain things. So we're going to see what that theory is today. If you guys like this type of video format, I'm just trying something different. Definitely let me know down in the comments. And just trying to do something a little bit different for y'all. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Okay, so I had this theory in the back of my mind concerning Palworld, and it seems I'm not the only one. Now, this was a part of some greater research project I was doing incognito in the background, kind of leaning on my contacts within the gaming industry, and along came today's article, and it seemed like the perfect opportunity to combine the thoughts with the stats. Welcome to the channel. I am LtBuzzLiteBeer, and we know that Microsoft already has some skin in the game with Pocket Pair, as they brought the mega hit Palworld to Xbox, including a pledge to support the integration and provide server infrastructure.
Yep, and we talked about this already on my video that I did a couple of days ago. Microsoft is buying, or at least offering support to Pocket Pair to help development for Palworld. So on the Game Pass version. So we got the Steam version and we got the Microsoft Game Pass version, and they're helping out with like server, what do they call it, server structure engineering, gameplay optimization, just giving their support to Pocket Pair, so that way the console version can come out as best as it could. So if today's video is about that, we're gonna have a juicy video.
But what if there's a whole lot more going on behind that curtain?
There it is.
Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my upload alerts, and let's check out this one for ourselves.
This should be a good one, man. Let's see what he says.
Coming to us earlier today from Paul Tassi over at Forbes, and he pretty much just spells it all out here in the headline. There's little doubt Microsoft will try to buy Palworld and Pocket Pair at this point.
Yeah, I agree with this, and the reason why I agree with this is because of the reason of exclusivity, right? You have to remember, like, there haven't been a lot of exclusive games coming out from anybody. A lot of games these days are out on Steam. A lot of early access indie titles are out on Steam. But as far as consoles go, there's just not a lot of substance there, man. And when I talk about exclusivity, I'm not saying that there's no games that are not exclusive or whatever. That there's no exclusives. That's not true. There are exclusives. Not that I can remember. But I know there's exclusives. There has to be. But what I'm talking about is that games that matter. I grew up on an Xbox. I had Xbox 360 Pro, Xbox 360 Elite, had the Xbox One, the original Xbox One. And, stuff like that. We had Halo. We had, what else did we have? I'm sure there's a few others. I mainly just play Halo and Call of Duty. But, and PlayStation had God of War, Infamous. I think I played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on PlayStation 2 when that came out. So, but those are games that matter. We haven't had a lot of games that matter. But guess what? Palworld matters. Palworld matters that I think Microsoft is just trying to swoop in and buy Palworld. It just makes sense. And I've been sitting on this theory for a minute. I've been sitting on it. I didn't want to say anything because it is very outlandish. It's a big theory. It's a wild theory, right? But I mean, if you think about it from a business perspective, this does make sense. So I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Drop it down in the comments below.
You could say is insane. You could say that's never going to happen. There's no way in hell. But despite everything that is currently going on with Microsoft, the confusion, the public announcement, and rumors about them sending over some, if not all, of their first-party titles to be sold on PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch, of which we'll learn more of next week. But yeah, if you step back and look it all over, Microsoft could already have this one in the works for a whole lot of reasons.
There's a lot of good coming out of buying PALWORLD. There's a lot of good. One, it makes Microsoft look good. Microsoft has this golden egg of a game on their roster, on their rap sheet, coming from Starfield, which was supposed to be one of their biggest recent titles. Oh, okay. Yeah. And now we got PALWORLD. That's solid. That's a solid thing for them to have. But Nintendo and Game Freak with their Pokemon, you know, they've been dominating that market for years, bro. I think it's like 20-something years. And now, since PALWORLD is not affiliated with Pokemon, like let's just cut the crap. The monster catching, monster hunting niche that very, very few games can capitalize on successfully. Pocket Pair has done it. So, of course, Microsoft would absolutely... If you were Microsoft, would you not want PALWORLD on your roster? Come on now. Of course they're going to swoop this in. Now, and it goes back to exclusivity. I don't know how this would work. But my theory is that this game is not going to be an exclusive. I do think this game will be on PlayStation. I think it'll be on Xbox. It's already on Steam. I don't think this is going to be an exclusive title because it's just too big. It's just too big. And if Microsoft has a piece of the pie, guess what? Sony wants it too. But that's just my theory. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments because this is a wild theory, man, and very, very open proposition. This is very plausible. So let's see what Lieutenant BuzzLiteBeer has to say.
That's why in all this chaos, I believe something else is no doubt happening behind the scenes. I absolutely have to think that Microsoft is trying to buy Pocket Pair, the developer of PALWORLD, and lock up that explosive hit of a franchise for themselves. Well, for themselves to potentially release on other platforms, but as something they full own. And again, as of now, we still don't know exactly what is going to take place at Microsoft and Xbox, although there have been plenty of leaks hinting towards an all-out battle between keeping the current course with Xbox or shifting over to a multi-platform traditional software developer that happens to sell consoles and has a subscription gaming service, and will make title-by-title determinations to keep certain new games exclusive for a period of time. You know, the whole damn thing is, like Tassie says, in a complete state of chaos. PALWORLD recently revealed it had 19 million players, 7 million of which were those who were playing on Xbox Game Pass, where a PlayStation version of the game does not yet exist, as that's only being considered according to Pocket Pair.
I think it's being considered heavily. I think it's heavily being considered by Pocket Pair. I think it's heavily being considered by Sony. But that's just my theory. I don't know. I don't know a lot about what goes on behind the scenes with this type of stuff. I don't have information like that. If I did, I would share it with y'all. If I could. But I think it's too early to say. I don't think we have enough information here to accurately say, yep, it's going to be multi-platform, cross-play, mega title. I don't think we have enough info, but I do believe if I were to bet money on it, I would bet that this is not going to be an exclusive. This is going to be on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. That's just my theory. We'll see what happens.
And here's where I'm going to drop in some charts for you from my contact at VG Insights, who I've leaned on in the past to provide me a look behind the curtain for Ark Survival Ascended sales. Now, as of February 6th, VGI is placing PALWORLD Steam sales north of 14 million copies, and it's likely that Xbox sales have also increased. So we could be looking at 22, 23, 24 million combined players.
Oh, there's easily over 20 million people that have bought this game. Easily. Come on now. What was it, 19 million? When did I make that video? Was it 2 days ago? 3 days ago? Bruh. Over 20 million. I would even say 25 million. Easily.
And just think what would happen to those player counts if it dropped also on PlayStation. Tassie also makes a good point.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think this will be an exclusive title. Imagine how much more money Pocket Pair would make if they gave a deal to Sony. You kidding me? We would see it probably double. This game could be massive. I'm talking when it comes out of early access, whenever that may be, a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, this game it will be like historic in sales metrics, historic in player count. And I think a lot of the reason is because there's a lot of spiteful Pokemon fans. But like at the end of the day, even that's got to get old just playing a game to be spiteful. You know? This is just a damn good game, bro. This is just a damn good game. And there it is, bro. There it is. You make a damn good game. You release it on every platform. You're making a fuckload of money. Let's get into the video.
Point here in the article. A Game Pass deal means that Microsoft has already cut Pocket Pair a check, but no one, not Pocket Pair or Microsoft, expected it to blow up into a 20-plus million player game. So now that Game Pass deal may turn into something more.
Yeah,
Microsoft has already said they're throwing support Pocket Pair's way in order to help the game scale, be more stable, and allow for more frequent updates for Xbox, but also probably the PC version as well.
Oh, of course for the PC version as well. You kidding me? You think they're just going to gatekeep all this knowledge for the Xbox version? No. What did I say in my last video? I said that when one company makes a good decision and makes a lot of money, another company makes a good decision and makes a lot of money. They work in tandem when you have a partnership. Of course, Xbox is going to be like, yo, we'll help out the PC version. That's inevitable. No one expected this, but now they see it. Now they see the numbers, and they're like, holy shit. Talking about Microsoft here. They see the numbers. They're sending resources to Pocket Pair for the game. And you know why? It's because they want to do everything they can to get exclusivity. I don't think that'll happen, but that's just my opinion. Let's go.
Now, one thing we don't know is how much Xbox has already shelled out to Pocket Pair to get PALWORLD onto the Xbox ecosystem. But apparently they felt strongly enough to not only pay for the ability to use it on their systems, but have also pledged support to better implement and optimize the game for Xbox, which you don't do if you aren't all in. And here's where Tassie kind of wades into the deep end of the pool and discusses what's on everyone's mind: money. It does not seem like more than a hop, skip, and a jump to Microsoft attempting to buy Pocket Pair outright while their heads are still spinning from this meteoric success. It's hard to know an exact valuation here. I've got some stats for you in a moment. But if there are 12 million players of the game purchased at $26 a piece, that's $312 million in revenue already earned on a shoestring budget with a team of amateurs. PALWORLD doesn't...
I just want to mention something here. Remember when PALWORLD developers said they almost went bankrupt? Like a day before the game came out? They said if this game doesn't succeed, we're like $40 million in debt. And we're fucked. I remember that. I remember that real well. $312 million in revenue. No one knew this was going to happen. Not even the developers, bro. And certainly not Microsoft.
Have post-release monetization. So the price is the price, but you have to wonder what Microsoft would be willing to shell out for this, something that they may believe could become their own rival to Pokemon if given enough time, attention.
And this is why that right there, PALWORLD doesn't have post-release monetization. Ooh, okay. This is what makes me skeptical about big companies getting into indie titles. Bro, remember Call of Duty? Remember when we all used to play Call of Duty? What happened in Black Ops? What happened in Black Ops 2 for the first time? I'm not talking DLCs, because we had DLCs in Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 4. What happened in Black Ops 3? Or Black Ops 2? We had microtransactions for the first time. Remember that? Yeah. Ooh. What happened in Black Ops 3? Ooh. Can I get a drum roll, please? Motherfucking loot boxes. That's what we had. They got comfortable and said, let's have loot boxes with some of the worst RNG to make people keep paying and paying and paying for a fucking MP40. Remember that? I remember that real well. Because I fucking paid for it. They did it in Black Ops 2, don't get me wrong. Peacekeeper came out, pay-to-win gun, everyone bought that. But I still think loot boxes and all these gambling FOMO tactics, horrible. That right there. Excuse me. That right there. Post-release monetization. The reason why I love PALWORLD so much is because it doesn't have any monetization. And that's not saying that I won't buy DLC, I won't buy cosmetics, I won't buy, I played World of Warcraft Project Ascension, which is a private server, and they have their own WoW token type, they have all these different microtransactions. I spent a lot of money in that. Easily, like over $1,000 in cosmetics and stuff. And I've also bought some, items to help me be more efficient at playing the game. Like map stuff for the map, I would say. Or if you're going around looting, there's a loot bot. Because in Classic WoW, which is what Project Ascension runs off of, there is an auto loot, a group auto loot. So you have to buy a group auto looter. I think it's like 10 or 15 bucks. I bought that too. No problem. If it's to help make the game, one, play better, and it gives a little kickback to a game that I love playing, then fine. That's not an issue. The issue becomes these fucking loot boxes and gambling schemes. And that's what I'm scared of because Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard. Guess what? That's Call of Duty and World of Warcraft, which is filled with gambling tactics to make you keep playing so that way you can keep paying. No. Scary to think about for one of my newly found all-time favorite games. It's pretty scary. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, how you feel about it. But I think we're all on the same page here.
And care, and if Game Freak keeps being as complacent as they've been the last few generations on the Switch. Okay, that was a lot there. Multiple angles to consider here, but the first is that if Microsoft ever wanted a strong contender, a horse strong enough to take on Nintendo and Pokemon, here it is. And if you haven't taken a look at that portion of the market share, Pokemon and Nintendo are industry giants, and Microsoft really wants a piece of that action. Now, the second point here is the price. How much will it cost to snatch up Pocket Pair and Palworld? Tassie brings up $26 a copy times 12 million players equals $312 million in revenue, which again is f***ing insane to think about, especially from a shoestring budget and, as he says, a group of amateurs. And here's where we get some more charts from VGI. And according to their internal data, Palworld, as of February 6th, has an estimated revenue of $323.7 million, not including Xbox. And by the way, this number does not take into account Steam's platform cut, which I believe is after 50 million earned is what, equal to 20%? By the way, I've got more on this in a moment, which will tie in nicely with Tassie's final thoughts here. Here's what he says. So, how much? That's a good question. Of course, Microsoft shelled out $69 billion for Activision Blizzard. He forgot the king there. That's very important. ZeniMax Bethesda was $7.5 billion. It paid $2.5 billion for Minecraft in 2014. How much would they spend here to lock up Palworld? $500 million? $1 billion? $2 billion?
I say 15 to 20 billion. If the game is continuing to get traction as it is right now, 15, 20 billion. Easy. By the time it comes out fully released, yeah, 15, 20 billion. Now, that is saying on current trajectory. And that is also saying, well, maybe. That's also saying if there's not an exclusivity deal. But I don't know, man. 15, 20 bill. I don't think it'll be close to Activision Blizzard because, one, all these idiots buying loot boxes. All these idiots paying money for gambling in a video game. On Call of Duty here, we're talking about. Buying $70 DLC. Yikes. Couldn't be me. But also not taking into account that World of Warcraft is a subscription-based game. So that's reoccurring money. That's reoccurring revenue. And the reason why I don't think Bethesda and Mojang, they weren't that high in comparison is because of that. There is no subscription-based titles from those developers, from those studios. So, but that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? 15, 20 bill? You think 10 bill? 5 bill? You think more? You think it'll be fucking 50 bill? You think they'll pay 50 bill for this? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. I'm genuinely curious. And by the way, this is all throwaway. This is all speculative. So, like I said earlier, I don't think there's enough information here. I think we need more numbers, so we need more info before we can make any accurate assessments and judgments. But that's just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think.
Granted, we don't know what the game's long-term prospects are, but if Microsoft, a $3 trillion company, can buy up what is likely to be one of the biggest hits of the year and something people are genuinely talking about, at least temporarily, besting Pokemon, yeah, I think they could throw a relatively small amount of cash its way easily enough. By the way, let me know what you think Microsoft would actually be willing to pay to lock up Palworld. Let me know in the comment section, because next we're moving on to this graphic, again from VGI, and it really gives you an idea of what Pocket Pair has been able to accomplish. They put together this chart showing revenue and total sales. Again, this is Steam, and just take a look at these. They're all pretty much monster AAA titles here. You've got the likes of Starfield, Sons of the Forest, and by the way, don't dunk on Sons. It was the number 5 game on Steam for 2023 in terms of total revenue. You can also see Hogwarts, Elden Ring, and the current top dog, of course, Baldur's Gate 3.
I haven't played any of these games, so you guys want me to play Baldur's Gate or Elden Ring or Hogwarts Legacy, let me know. I haven't played them yet. I've seen them. I've seen videos. They're everywhere. But I haven't personally played them. So if you guys want to see that from me, give you guys some content on that, let me know. I'll do it. I'm genuinely interested, especially Elden Ring. It looks fun. But we'll see what happens, right?
Which, by the way, VGI is predicting will be caught and passed by Palworld in the next few days. And really, the only reason that PALWORLD is not blowing just straight off the top of this graph is its lower sale price, which is, by the way, half that of Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, so back to
Yeah, so this graph right here, the reason why it hasn't blown up is exactly right. It sells at $26 a copy, and I think it was on sale for a second. These games, you know, Baldur's Gate 3 is what, $60? Elden Ring, I think, is 60. Hogwarts is 60 or 70. Yeah, and it's catching up. It's catching up. It's almost tied with Hogwarts Legacy, which is insane for being half the price. Now, just think about it. And this is why I have this theory of I don't think this is going to be an exclusive title. Think about when they make a deal with Sony. Now they have a whole other console that they're releasing this game on. It's getting hype. Boom, comes out a new console. Guess what? It's generating hype again. Doubling the sales easily. Doubling the player count easily. I think it can happen. But that's just my theory.
Okay, so back to Tassie's breakdown of those previous acquisitions and prices. Microsoft paid $7.5 billion for all of ZeniMax and not just Starfield. And the Activision Blizzard King deal was, of course, enormous. But what do you pay for a studio that would, A, give you a direct competitor to Pokemon and Nintendo, B, is about to surpass every heavy-hitting AAA title on Steam, like, again, Hogwarts, Elden Ring, and BG3, and C, has tremendous growth potential and is doing all of this while selling at a reduced price and in early access. I mean,
I think it's 15, 20 bill. And the only reason why I say that, yeah, it's competing with Nintendo, but you have to think, Nintendo's been around forever. It's ingrained in people's childhood. Doesn't matter how much money Nintendo's making. It really doesn't. What matters is how much money PALWORLD's bringing in. How many people can PALWORLD bring in for a Microsoft if they were thinking about buying it? That's what matters at the end of the day. Nintendo's going to do what Nintendo does. So, with that being said, I think 15, 20 bill. It's not a subscription-based model. There's no microtransactions, which could be a detriment or be a benefit. Yeah, it's new, but it's popular. It's new, but it's very popular. And like I said, if the current projection, if we're keeping track, right, months down the line, and PALWORLD is still as big as it is right now, which is unlikely because things falter. Eventually, everything dies. But if it maintains a very high player count and very high interest, by the time Microsoft wants to buy it, is comfortable buying it, and by the time Pocket Pair is comfortable selling it, absolutely 15, 20 bill. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think, man? This is all very interesting, speculative talk. I love stuff like this. I love hearing what you guys have to say, too. This is awesome.
how much would they have to pay to get Larian and BG3? I mean, that's probably a good comparison. What if Warner Brothers or FromSoft had just one game to their names? How much would Microsoft shell out to get Hogwarts or Elden Ring? I honestly don't know, but if I were a betting man, I think that Microsoft's proposition is going to start with a B, as in billions, and then the only detail is to work out how many numbers are in front of that B. By the way, what do you think of Tassie's theories? Is Microsoft already in the works behind the scenes to make a play for 2024's mega surprise hit? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to hit subscribe and ring the notifications bell to receive my latest upload alerts. All my socials can be found in the video description, and I'm active on both Twitter and in my own personal Discord server, so check both of those out. Shout out to the now over 192,000 of you that have taken the plunge and stuck with me, and 200,000 subscribers is right around the corner. If you haven't done so already, I would love to have you along for the ride as we make that last push up to 200K. Until the next one, this is Lieutenant BuzzLiteBeer signing off.
That's crazy, 200K. That's crazy. Shout out to BuzzLiteBeer, man. This is a good video. I'll post a link to this video down in my description if you guys want to check this out for yourself, see the comments on his video. But yeah, definitely billions. Come on now. Definitely billions. No matter what it sells for, it's going to be in the billions. That is almost a fact. So let me know what you guys think about today's news, today's theory on Microsoft. Crazy stuff, man. Very interesting, speculative information. I think we need more information, like a lot more information, some good, juicy information before we can make any type of, plausible basis. There's just not enough foundation here, I don't think. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think about this style of video. I'm trying something different just to see what the algorithm says, what you guys like. This weekend I was supposed to be making my 2-week PALWORLD review, but I don't think I'm going to do that just yet. We are growing at a very fast rate, faster than I actually anticipated. So I want to kind of take a step back, take a moment to breathe, and get everything kind of updated and fix my channel layout a little bit, drop some more content for y'all when I can, and just work on the build, because I haven't really been able to play that much either because of my job. I'm in the military, so I've been getting caught up with that a lot this week. But I will be playing a lot of PALWORLD this weekend. I'll be working on part 2 of the Mega Build series, so you guys have something to look forward to next week. And if any more information comes out about PALWORLD, or if you guys like this style of video, definitely let me know. I'll be posting more. I love reacting, but I think there's a lot of channels that do it, so that's why I've been kind of hesitant to do it. But this is something that's important to me, and I think it's one of the best ways to get news out to y'all that I may not have information or access to. So with that being said, I am going to take a little break, little breather this weekend and just fix up my channel, work on the next video, so you guys have some more content to look forward to. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked today's video. Hope you found it informative. Definitely let me know what you guys think about this situation down in the comments below. Thank you for all the subscribers and all the love, man. We're at 58 subscribers, almost 10,000 channel views. That's crazy. You guys are killing it, man. I can't thank you enough. And yeah, let's just keep on keeping on, baby. Let's go. Lieutenant BuzzLiteBeer, please don't ban me or copyright strike me. You make great content, man, and I'm glad that you're covering this, because I wouldn't be able to. So with that being said, I love y'all. It's your boy Cloudy. See you guys in the next video. Peace.